Marlene?
Hi everyone. I'm Marlene Mangali. I work for the tourist office of Aix-en-Provence. So welcome.
And if you want to introduce anyone, you can. Feel free.
So I'm here with Old Savvy.
Hi.
Here
Hello.
at the Hotel Le Pigonnet. Then we have Manon Baroni. She worked as a guide for the Calisson Museum. Then we have Catherine Courteau. She's the sales manager of the Hotel de Caumont, the art center.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
And then we have Anaïs Broca, the sales manager of Chateau, Coste, one of the vineyards of Aix. And she's doing a wine tasting tonight.
We're getting ready. Welcome, everybody.
Great to see everybody. Thank you. This has been a real teamwork, as everyone can see, to put all of this together. And we've been working on it for quite some time now. So we're really excited about presenting this corner of Provence to all of you. And as usual, little homework. So if everyone would turn off their microphones so that, except for the presenters, if everyone could turn off their mics, and this way we don't have to hear dogs and whatever else and traffic and whatever else there is behind us. So that would be great. I think that this might be our, I don't know, 45th webinar. We've been doing this for quite some time now. For those of you that don't know us, we're tour operators that focus on the countries surrounding the Mediterranean. And there can't be a better place surrounding the Mediterranean than Provence. So I was reading and I came across this, this wonderful little thing. It was by a Provence poet at the turn of the 19th century. He was a Nobel Prize winner, Frédéric Mistral. And he wrote something that I thought was so fun that I wanted to share it with you. And this is the quote from his poetry, that when the good Lord begins to doubt the world, he remembers that he created Provence. So that's kind of the beginning of our Provence webinar. So welcome everybody. Today, I'm in New York. The weather is in the upper 80s, similar to Provence. Nights in the low to mid 60s. And that's really the weather that I've seen for the next couple of weeks. I feel like I should have a blue screen behind me with the weather. But so now it's been a while since we visited the region. So we're really thrilled to be back. And we're going to be visiting Aix-en-Provence, as well as some wonderful, some museums, a wonderful tour of a factory where wonderful Provence sweets are made. We're going to visit a couple of dream hotels, one located right in town, and another magnificent property that's a combination of hotel, museum, restaurant. It's located about half an hour outside of Aix in the Provence countryside. So as always, I always want to ask how many of you have been to Provence before. So if you would just use the chat. If you have any questions about anything that we see today, just make sure to ask in the chat and we'll answer as we go along. So here's a region, artists, Cézanne, Van Gogh. Van Gogh, he painted 200 beautiful, incredible paintings around this small town of Arles. Provence. What comes to mind, right? So it's this sense of joie de vivre. It's the fields of lavender, stunning vineyards, rosé wine, which, by the way, as always, I have my glass with me, but okay. Thank you. Cheers, everyone. Beautiful medieval churches and towns and squares and fountains, and it's this wonderful place that just makes me, and I'm sure all of you, feel very, very warm. It's such a beautiful testament to France, this region. It's located, for those of you that aren't that familiar with it, it's in the southeast corner of the country. It's bordered by the Alps to one side on the east, and the Mediterranean Sea to the south, Spain to the west. Beautiful architecture, climate, beautiful, stunning landscapes. And as always, my little geeky history side. So again, as I said, sandwiched between Italy and Spain, a perfect place for the Greeks and Romans to conquer. And a lot of the remnants of Rome can be seen throughout the region. Beautiful preserved amphitheaters and Roman ruins throughout the entire region. Rome controlled the region of Provence. It was a strategic trading site. And after the Roman Empire collapsed, you saw more Christians coming in, Germanic tribes. There were Arabs and pirates from North Africa that rushed in to fill the void. But Provence continued to prosper with all of these different civilizations coming in and influencing the area. And it was a very, very prosperous region, as it was a center to trade up until around the French Revolution. But then a few years later, once the Industrial Revolution arrived, the region came back, and it, as we know it today, just the center for food and culture, wine, and still a lot of trade that goes on, shipping out of Marseille. The region is, I'm surprised I don't weigh 700 pounds because I love food and wine so much, but this is a region that is centered around the trilogy of tomatoes, garlic, and olive oil. So everything that you find in the Mediterranean diet is where is right here. So it's this wonderful place that is a mix of French culture, partly Italian. And I don't want to take up much more time because, in fact, we've got a lot of things to cover. I'm going to pass it over to Johnny, and I just want to say again, cheers, everybody, and thanks for coming.
Okay, so thank you, Tom, and I will, as usual, introduce the PowerPoint presentation, and then I will pass to the local friends to continue the presentation. So let's start with to share my screen. I hope you can see it, and let's move along. So we are in Aix-en-Provence, the Provence, really heart of Provence. You know where France it is, located in Europe, and in France here, the area, on the red circle where we are today. The area is divided in three different portions. One is the Côte d'Azur, the other one is the Provence, where we are today, and the third one is the Alps toward the Italian border. Marseille is very well connected via air from all the leading European countries, and on top of that, there will be, starting from July, direct flight from the United States to Marseille. Not every day, but there will be a flight on one airline is one time a week, and another airline twice a week. So this is, but also Marseille is possible to join, as it shows on this map, from Paris with the TGV. It's really a very nice run from Paris to Marseille with the TGV, a fantastic train if you are train lovers. So here we are, this is Provence, and at this point, I give the word to Marlene, that certainly knows better than I can the area. So Marlene is all yours.
Thank you, Gianni. So yes, as you said, we are in the center of Provence. As you can see on the map, we have half an hour from the airport, the Marseille airport. So it's very easy to come to Aix when you come from the airport, and then you can stay for 1 week or few days in the same accommodation in Aix and go because we are half an hour from Marseille, 1 hour and a half from Nice, from the Côte d'Azur area, 1 hour from the lavender fields in Luberon region, or 1 hour from Arles. So it's pretty easy to, it's a very simple location in the heart of Provence. So welcome. All my partners here and myself are very pleased to welcome you to Aix and present you the destination. So Aix is a very old city. As Paris, we are a Baroque city. And in the city center, you can find a lot of architecture and a lot of things to see about this era. So you can walk around in the city center. You can see a lot of doors, the Baroque doors, a lot of fountains as well. We are very well known for our fountains. We are called the 1,000 fountain city. It's a little bit exaggerated, but we have a lot of fountains. One, it's the Roton Fountain at the bottom of the main street, Le Cours Mirabeau, the famous street of Aix-en-Provence, who cuts the city in two parts: the old city with the city hall and the little street, and the other one is the Mazarin district. It's built in the 17th century, and you can find a lot of private mansions. And one of them is the Hotel de Caumont, which is now a famous arts museum in Aix. And we have Catherine, the sales manager of the Hotel de Caumont, who is going to present the museum. Catherine, it's your turn.
Catherine, please open your microphone.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Marlene. So I'm absolutely delighted to be with you today to present you probably the most beautiful mansions of Aix-en-Provence, dating from 18th century. This is the Hotel de Caumont. You have these beautiful pictures. Thank you, Tom. Located near the famous Cours Mirabeau, the Hotel de Caumont has been completely restored in order to house an art center. So before telling you more, let's discover maybe together this video to immerse into the universe of this art center, which has become today in Aix-en-Provence a must. So I don't know if we can hear the music.
You cannot hear the music?
Yes, we can, Johnny.
Yes. We just saw the entrance, the beautiful garden with the restaurant, two fountains, and this huge and beautiful mansion, which has been drawn by an architect of Louis XIV from Versailles. And it's like a little Versailles in Aix-en-Provence. So I will talk about this short movie about Cézanne. And this is the restaurant. The shop. Book. So, and you see we are really downtown, just behind the Cours Mirabeau. So this magic place opened its door in 2015. And every year, this place hosts two temporary exhibitions devoted to the great name of art. We have already been exhibited in this hotel the works of great painters such as Canaletto, Botero, Picasso, Nicolas de Staël, Alfred Sisley, a beautiful collection coming from the Guggenheim, New York, Joachim Sorolla. And moreover, we have a short movie on the famous painter Paul Cézanne and his connection to the region. You have seen a few images on this movie. And the short movie about Paul Cézanne is shown every day, all day long. So still about this place, after visiting the temporary exhibition, discovering the historical rooms, enjoying the film Cézanne, strolling in our lovely gift shop, it is essential to finish your visit by our garden. And this is where the Café Caumont is located to enjoy a lunch or a tea time in the shade and calm in a unique setting. Voilà. So to finish my presentation, I propose you to discover this short video dedicated to the French-Chinese artist Zhao Wuqi. The Hotel de Caumont is presenting this exhibition until October 10. So you understand that it's really easy to spend a beautiful afternoon at the Hotel de Caumont. You can be there really easily, sorry, for 2 hours or even more.
Thank you. Catherine, is it open every day? What is the...
Yes, it's open every day from 10 to 7.
Okay.
Marlene is for you.
Yes, so as you can see, we have a very cultural city with a lot of art center and a lot of exhibition coming. And most of the most famous one in Aix is Cézanne. The famous painter is born and raised in Aix-en-Provence. And you can visit 3 sites about him. First is workshop. And the second one is the Bibimus Quarries. It's a small area outside of Aix in the countryside where you can go and be where the famous painter was when he was painting his muse, the Mountain Sainte-Victoire. It's behind me, but you can really see it. And the third one, sorry, is the family mansion, the Jas de Buffon, in the middle of the presentation. It's currently under renovation to becoming a art center with exhibition and things about the artist. So coming soon.
Thank you.
Aix is the Sky Mall, open Sky Mall. You can visit, you can go around, walk around in the city center. It's pedestrian only, and you can do some shopping, buy local craft, things about the Provence, and give some gifts for the family and friends in the city center, of course. The local brand, the European brand also. And in the next slide, we can see some products made in Aix-en-Provence you can buy in Aix. We have 2 examples of 2 perfume brands called Bastide and Rosé Marius. They made soap, perfume, candle with local product and local perfume, such as rosemary, lavender, of course, but also rosé wine. It's very special. And in the middle of the slide, you can see the famous pastry of Aix, the calisson. And we are here with Manon, who's going to talk about the calisson and especially the calisson from the Roy Rene and its museum. Manon, it's your turn.
Thank you, Marlene. Hi, everybody. I'm Manon from the Calisson Museum. I'm very happy to be here with you today to introduce you the Calisson Dex. So the Calisson Dex, as Marlene says, is typically from Aix-en-Provence. It was created for the first time, according to the legend, in 1454. So it's an old tradition. So the calisson Dex is a sweet. This one you can see, maybe.
Yes.
So it is made with almonds, French almond and Mediterranean almonds, candied fruits, so melon and sugar, and also a little bit of orange peel and sugar. So it is a sweet, a pastry from Aix-en-Provence. And the legend tells that the calisson d'Aix was created for the first time for the wedding of Le Roy Rene and Queen Jane. So Queen Jane was very beautiful, but she never smiled. And for the wedding, someone, so a confectioner, a pastry maker from Aix-en-Provence, decided to make something with almond candied fruit, and he gave it to the queen, and she smiled for the first time as she tasted. So you can see a video about our company, so Le Roy Rene Confectionery. It is a 101 years old company. So on the picture, you can see how we make the calisson d'Aix. So maybe you can make the video with the sound, Jenny? Maybe? From the beginning, maybe?
Oh,
I don't know if everybody has seen.
Here we go.
Thank you very much. So we mix almond and candied fruit together before shaping the calisson. So as you can see, so it is still with handwork. So we work by hand, and it is a real know-how, a savoir-faire to do the calisson d'Aix. And today, by Le Roy Rene factory, we suggest you to visit the Calisson Museum. Yes, you can launch the video. So welcome in my museum, in the Calisson Museum. So in there, you can discover everything about the calisson through videos, pictures, old machines, and also with a guide. So you can make this the tour of the calisson of the Calisson Museum without the guide, but it's better with one. Me, for example. So in the guiding tour, we can explain and answer to your question. So it's open every day, all the year, and you can make a guiding tour from Monday to Sunday. And for group, we have better prices, because for tourism groups, so for travel agency or tour operator, or a guiding tour with tasting of calisson is entirely free for your groups. So don't hesitate to come by us and to taste with us some calisson d'Aix. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Manon. It was we all want to be eating one right now. It's the only thing that Zoom has not perfected yet.
Yes, yes.
We're not there yet. One of these days, maybe.
Yes, maybe. I hope.
So next, what is our next journey, Mani?
Yes, here you have some photos of Tergo. It's the first agritourism site of Aix-en-Provence. It's a family mansion, a family business with 3 hectares of lavender fields. It's located in the north of Aix. You can go by bus. You don't need a car to go there. And you are welcomed by Lisa and her family as a part of a family, a home family actually. And you have to pay the fee, the entrance fee, but you can stay from sunrise to sunset, do some photos, some picnics. You have a local shop as well, where you can buy some local crafts made with her lavender. And it's pretty special. If you don't have time to go to the Luberon region to see the big lavender fields, you can go in Aix. Next one. In Aix, we are very well known for our markets. You have Provençal markets every day in Aix, in different parts, in different square of the city center. And each, you can buy some fruits, vegetable, local crafts, olive oil, a lot of Provençal products from the region. And 3 times per week, you have the big markets. So the markets are everywhere in the city center. It's every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And on the Saturday, it's a really big one. And a lot of people from all over the region are coming to see the markets of Aix.
It's a great way to go and buy food for lunch and have a picnic somewhere. To
meet the local as well.
Mm-hmm.
Here in Aix, of course, in the Provençal region, you are a wine tourism destination with 80 vineyards. You can just go there, have a wine tasting, for instance. You can stay there because some of the vineyards have accommodation as well, hotels, bed and breakfast, restaurants. And you can do a lot of activities, wine tasting. You can go, some of them have art center, as we will see with Chateau later in the presentation. And it's very, we are well known for the rosé. So if you want to test of it, I have my glass here, but you can go directly to the vineyard and have chat with the winemaker and come back with a bottle of rosé in your suitcase to the US. And if you want to do some sports, depending of your level, of course, in the rest region, nearby the Mountain Saint-Victoire, most of the time, you can do a lot of activities, outdoor activities, such as hiking, biking, golf as well. You can see we have a play field just in front of the Saint-Victoire mountain. So there is a lot of activities for everyone. If you are in with your family, just a couple, and for every level. And by night, we are a lively city, of course. So you can do a lot of activities by night, such as go to the night markets. You can go and have a glass of wine in the terraces, or one of the terraces. Go to a festival, especially in July with the Festival of Aix, and hear some classical music. So always something to do in Aix. About the accommodation. So in Aix-en-Provence, we have a lot of accommodation, of course, for every budget, every desire, from the Palace Hotel to the bed and breakfast family mansion. And here, actually, behind me, I'm at the Hotel de Pigonnet, one of the 5-star hotels of Aix-en-Provence, and I'm with Aude. She's going to present the hotel and do a tour to see what we can offer as accommodation in Aix. Aude, it's your turn.
Thank you.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm Aude. Nice to meet everyone. I'm happy to be speaking to you from the hotel. We will show afterwards a short video of my general manager also showing you around the hotel. Let me simply show you where we are exactly with Marlène. We are actually standing on the terrace of a junior street with beautiful views on the Saint Victoire Mountain and also overlooking gardens. So our teams are preparing for the moment dinner al fresco on the terrace. And we are quite lucky because we're located just
We're
about 8 minutes by foot away from the city center. Can you hear me? Yes?
Yes, we lost you.
Sorry, I was perhaps moving around too much. So I was saying we are in a green setting. There are many fountains in the gardens. We have about 4 acres of gardens, charming gardens, really in the Aix-en-Provence style with many fountains. So you always have the sound of the water flowing and a lot to do outside in the gardens, on the terrace of the restaurant, on the pétanque field, or just simply sipping a glass of rosé and looking at the Saint Victoire Mountain. So perhaps now we can launch the video. You'll get a glimpse of the hotel, the rooms, and I'd be happy to answer any questions afterwards. So Hotel de Pigonnet, 5-star, small luxury hotel.
Because there's not many people around. And I'm going to show you a beautiful property. And hopefully, very soon, you'll be able to join us here. Please follow me. So the Pigonnet is an old Provençal Bastide, as you can see. We are luckily protected by St. Peter, who holds the key to the kingdom of heaven. And we're going to show you very soon. We just passed reception and we're going to go through the restaurants to reach the terrace and our beautiful garden. We are currently closed and in the process of setting up the opening. So forgive me if it's a bit empty. And here is paradise I was talking about. Just a few minutes away from the city center, you have this heavenly piece. Please follow me. 11 fountains, pieces of art. At the moment, the local artist Guy de Caverzo and 2 statues. Everything is made here for your guests, for your parents to enjoy a real sense of Provence and have a real time of peace and relaxation.
Oh, you didn't see that? I almost deleted it. I thought you were, I was trying to think of you, whether or not you were downstairs or not. And then I didn't remember if you were watching it upstairs.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, my mistake.
We won't fire you, John.
This isn't going good.
Thank you, Bonnie, for the comments.
Now, let me show you a little secret. We're going to go a little bit further in the garden, and I'll show you something. Look at that. This is the very spot where Cézanne used to paint the famous Saint Victoire mountain. One of the spots, obviously. Would you like to join me for a pétanque game?
It's the Italian, it's the French version of bocce ball. Beautiful swimming pool.
Now let me show you one of our villa trips.
This is such an oasis.
Today, one of the prize will be staying at this hotel, so pay attention.
And thank you for watching this homemade video. Yeah. But this is how we welcome also the guests. We quite an easygoing team, very thoughtful and present, but you can really relax and enjoy Provence scents and tastes at the Pigonnet.
This is one of our junior suites.
Sorry?
And this one is the most beautiful terrace you can ever imagine.
This is a junior suite?
Yes, exactly.
And do we have size of the rooms?
Yes. Let me just make sure I say the right size in feet. So I have it here. So.
Beautiful.
Our smaller rooms are about 250, 260 feet. We have superior rooms that are 300 square feet. And then it goes up to about, so the junior suite, we are around 500 square feet with a much bigger terrace than the room even.
Thank you. And this is the junior suite, right?
Exactly.
Great. Beautiful terrace.
Thank you.
What a beautiful, beautiful property you have.
So I just want to say, come. We are very pleased to welcome you again. Tomorrow, the borders are reopening for the vaccinated people. So we are waiting for you, and we want to share our joie de vivre with you, and especially with a glass of rosé. So now we are going to Chateau Coste. Anaïs Broca is going to present you the vineyards.
I'm trying to, hon. I got it.
All the possibilities you can do in the vineyards, and then we're going to do a wine tasting. Anaïs, it's your turn.
Hello, everyone. I'm welcoming you here in Chateau Coste, old Bastide and farmer's garden from 1682 with my colleague Zied, our sommelier.
Good evening.
We were waiting for you to drink our little organic rosé. So we will start the presentation by a quick video of the property where you will discover our organic wines. We have also a lovely art and architecture tour with over 40 artworks that are spread out in the olive trees, in the lavender, in the hills. It's the typical Provence facing the Luberon. We also have 5 lovely restaurants and a palace hotel as well as the spa. So you will discover all of that in a quick video, and we will get back shortly to try the wine together. So this is our palace hotel that is completely integrated into the hill. That was opened 3 years ago. We had the chance and the pleasure to receive the label Palace 2 years ago now. And the concept of the hotel is to have really a romantic escape, a romantic getaway in Provence with not rooms, but suites. The smallest are over 2,000 square foot. And they're pretty much mini villas. Each suite has a private garden, private terrace, and half of them have private pool. So we could call that completely like a mini villa. You will discover right there our lovely gardens. We have a fresh cuisine from a lovely chef. I'm very excited to share with you the exciting news that Hélène Darroze, the great French chef, joined our team. So she will be now the head chef of our kitchen in the palace, starting at the beginning of July. So she will be inspired by all our olive trees, our olive oil, our honey, all the fruits and vegetables from our garden, as well as our wines. So she will cook and integrate a lot of those items in the recipes. So we very much look forward to taste the lovely menu that will come up soon. And that will be a great mix between the gastronomy, the art, the wine, to discover Provence. You will see here on the video some of the artworks that are here with the greatest artists from Jean Nouvel to Richard Serra to Alexander Calder to Jean-Michel Villemotte. Each of them, Frank Gehry, they were given the choice to build whatever they want, wherever they want, with the freedom based on their inspiration. So each of them found a space that matters to them, and they built their piece of architecture. So we don't have a full organized path. When you come here, you discover the nature, the artworks, little by little, following the path and the environment. Now the video is moving to the famous Argentinian restaurant by Francis Malman that some of you might know, as he has a restaurant in Miami. It's all typical cooked by fire in France. We are his only restaurant, so we're very lucky to have him. And we also have the little Provençal terrace where you can eat a lovely tarte à l'oignon, as well as this lovely tomato salad, cheeses platter, dry meat platter, the typical aperitif that you can have in Provence. So now we're moving to the best part of it, the wine tasting.
Really good evening, everybody. My name is Ziad. I'm the sommelier at Chateau Coste, and I'm really delighted to present you one of the most emblematic cuvées of the domain, which is the Chateau Rosé. Chateau Rosé, we choose to present the vintage 2020 because it was like a really rich vintage, really interesting, with like a lot of power, with like a high acidity as well. This is like one of the most representative vintage that we could do tonight. Just to let you know, if you want to talk about wine here at the Chateau Lacoste, the domain is pretty big. Like the property is actually about like 450 acres. The half of this is like vine, so like a bit more than 200 acres. And we're really happy to have like the organic label. So really the philosophy of the domain is to respect the terroir and respect people at the same time. So, Madame, Monsieur, as you can see, the color of the vine is really like pale and pink at the same time. It's really like fluid as well, you know, like if you do like your glass on the side a bit, you could see some tears, and it's going to take, it's going to give you some information already just like by looking at it. We can like maybe notice that the tears are like present, and we can maybe imagine that the level of the alcohol is really like well balanced at the same time. The next step will be the nose. So if you want to put your nose inside, straight inside the glass, and you're going to take some information, maybe to try to discover what kind of grape variety we have. If you do like a blind tasting, you can like imagine like in which country you could be. So here, the first nose is pretty like expressive, I want to say. It's really generous, and at the same time, it's really subtle. So you can continue to stir the your glass like this. And then the second nose would be like more pungent, more expressive, and then you're gonna have like some more information. Right. I don't know what you have, Anaïs, but I think that we do have like a spectrum of aromas.
For me, yes. I feel like floral, like maybe jasmine.
Roses.
Roses. That's
white
true
flowers,
that we have here as well.
such as jasmine as well. Acacia.
Oui.
I do have also some like a selection of red fruit from the forests. Okay. I do have raspberries, strawberries.
Oui, it's very really fresh. Oui.
Fresh, you know, like this is really like.
I agree. Parfait.
We all wish you were there.
We wish that you were with us to cheers together.
I hope that you can feel exactly what we do, and I hope that we could like welcome you or welcome your guests to share this experience.
The passion and whatever Provence has to offer.
Yes.
And I just out of curiosity, and where are you sitting at present? Where are you sitting now on the property?
Right now, we are in the Bastide Garden, which is the Chateau Coste. The Chateau Coste is right behind us. That's the original Bastide and the original castle from 1682. That is the house of our owners now. The outside was kept exactly the way it was. And the inside obviously was completely renovated. So this space, this garden with the typical French garden behind me in my back is close to the public, but you will be able to discover it if you walk around the property when you visit us.
It's the concept of your property is very, very unique and very, very special. So we're really thrilled to have you join us today and to expose our agents to what you have put together, because it's really, really wonderful.
It's a pleasure to work for a family that has like a vision, that always have new project in mind, that respect the environment, that takes care also of the gastronomy and doesn't want to change. They want to keep the Provence atmosphere and always look for excellence, for generosity, for like to share with the guests. For them, like the hospitality business I think it's in their blood. And the whole staff, the team is joining me to welcome the guests and to make them feel at home as much as we can. And just come relax. Even if we're a palace, you come with the short, with sneakers, you run, you ride your bikes, you go to the pool, you go to see the vines, and it's just a full experience, but with an environment that is typical in Provence.
Oh,
we are really lucky to be here and to be able to present like this like amazing domain. It can look like maybe a big domain, but actually it's not really that big, because this is like really like intimate atmosphere. Just to come back to the wine, for instance, the winemaker Raymond is working here for like about like 40 years, and his dad who used to be there, his granddad used to be there as well, and his son is already there as well. So like this is like really like a family affair. And that we're so happy to be part of it, and to respect the rules of the gastronomy, the hospitality, and the simple little things. Yes. I want to say.
Thank you.
Then Zied, could you tell me maybe a little more about the cépage on this?
The cépage, we do have a blend of majority of Grenache and Syrah. This is like the grape variety that you can find here in south of France, in Provence. The appellation Côte d'Aix-en-Provence is the northern appellation in Provence, really close to the Vallée du Rhône. So we do have like this typicity in the wine, you know, like we do have some like microclimate. You need to know as well that the whole domain is kind of like amphitheater domain. So we do have like different exposition. And we work on it a lot to do like different cuvées. At the total, we do have 14 cuvées, include our vines in Argentina, in Mendoza, more precisely. And in all the 14 different cuvées, you can find the one that you're going to love for sure, because wine is made with love, and we can really like notice that. So if you want to continue the degustation, I don't know if
some of you, do you have some glasses of wine in the US? That might be too early though to drink some wine.
Pas pour moi, not for me.
But this is the perfect time for us.
For us
here.
in Provence, it's like aperitif time.
It's 7 p.m. So this is really like a perfect time to enjoy wine. So if you don't mind, we're going to continue with the palettes.
Oui.
Enjoy, everyone. So are we at the end of our
Yes, we are at the end of our presentation, and cheerings with our friend in France. We close and we thanks everybody for their help to do this nice presentation today of this fantastic area of France. And we hope really that with our help, we can send you a lot of clients, and mainly with the help of all the agents that attended today, this presentation. So thank you very much, Marlene. Thank you, Manon. Thank you to everybody.
Everyone.
Again. And we hope to see you very soon in person and not on a Zoom connection. Thank you. And now we...
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. See you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Cheers to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we're going to go to the prize. So as usual, the first prize is given by GT Experience, is the $300 coupon. And the winner is, one second, I'm looking here, Vivian Rubinstein, Lakeshore Travel. Vivian, congratulations, you won the $300. And the prize for Aix-en-Provence, it will be a 2-night at the Pigonnet with 2 city pass, a box of calisson, because we showed you and it's better you tasted, a lunch for 2 at the Chateau Coste with 2 tickets for the art path, and also 2 tickets for the Caumont Art Center. So we thank again to all our friends and the partner we have in the area. Thank you very much for this nice package. And the prize go to Bonnie White, Preferred Travel. So Bonnie, if you are here, you can open your microphone, and congratulations to everybody. And don't forget that after tomorrow, we have another very nice presentation that is scheduled. And we hope to see you all in the next one. Thank you again to everybody, and see you soon.
À bientôt.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Seeing you. Thank you very much for helping put this together. Much appreciated.